These are SewEasy's Quilters Holding Clips. Now they come in two sizes. You've got your small, they come in a pack of 20, and then you've got your large and they come in a pack of 15. Now basically these are fantastic for using on any sewing project that involves multiple layers of fabric that need to be held together. They've got a nice little spring-loaded device on them there like that, and they hold your fabric nice and firm before sewing, and they're just a little bit quicker and easier than using pins. Now just to show you how they work on a binding, here's my binding sample here. So I've sewn my binding onto the front of the quilt, and now I just want to fold it over to the back. So I'm going to use the small clips for this one here. So it's just a matter of folding that over and clipping that in place. Now they do have little measurements on the back of them there, so that way you can make sure that you are folding your binding over by an even amount all the way along the edge there, just to provide a nice neat finish. So then once you've got that held in place, then you're right to start your hand stitching with that one there. And the good thing about them also is that they won't leave pinholes in your fabric like some pins may. Now for doing a wider binding, you've got the larger clips. So this binding here, I want to fold this one all the way over to the front by an inch. So just to explain there, I've sewn that onto the back of the quilt, and now I'm sewing it all the way over to the front. So to hold that in place, I've got the larger clips. Once again, I can use those measurements there on the clip to make sure that my binding is being held over by the same amount all the way. And with this one here, I'm just going to machine sew nice and close to the inner edge of that fold there, and I can quite easily just slide those out as I go. Now, as I was saying, they are great to use on any sewing project that needs layers held together. So I'm just going to slide across here. I've got a bag to show now. Now I love to use the clips for bag making, so this is a bag that I'm working on at the moment, and I'm at that stage now where I need to fold the top edge over, so I'm folding my lining to the inside. Now these longer clips actually work really well there to fold my lining to the inside and to help keep that nice and flat before I go to sew. One of the other advantages too is, for instance, with this bag here, I'm working on a plastic coated fabric, and with some plastic coated fabrics, or most of them, you can't actually use pins on it. So you can see there that's being held over, it's nice and flat, and that's just to hold that in place before I do my top stitching around the edge. So as you can see, there's many uses for the Quilters Holding Clips.